What if Goku was sent to Supreme Kai's world? How would this impact Dragon Ball Z?
I will not let you destroy my world! You see this? This is Goku T23!
If you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and make sure you click that bell so you'll be the first to know about any new Dragon Ball Z discussion what if I make. On year 737, a Saiyan was born on planet Vegeta with a power level of only 5. This same name was no one other than Kakarot, who was the son of Bardock and Guinea. Due to Kakarot's low power level, he was still inside his nursing capsule, while his brother Raditz was outside on a mission with his comrades Vegeta and Nappa. One day, Bardock has returned back from his mission, but it wasn't any ordinary day for Bardock or for the rest of the Saiyans, since Frieza and his men was already surrounding the planet, as no one had no idea just why Frieza's there, but he did not enter the planet. He was just surrounding it with his men staring at it, but Bardock had a gut feeling of what's going to happen, as he could sense just right there and then that Frieza is going to destroy the planet. With that, Bardock wanted to go and save his son's life, as he went and took Kakarot from his nursing capsule and he placed him in a space pod and said, "Listen to me, son, you need to survive. No matter what happens, survive. And if I'm still alive, I'll come for you." As Bardock has set a coordination for Kakarot's space pod, and now the space pod has left planet Vegeta without Frieza noticing, while Frieza on the other hand went and he powered up a blast and he aimed it right towards the planet. As the blast came close, but then Bardock went and he tried to disperse the attack. He was too weak, as he got caught in the blast along with the rest of the Saiyans, and as you know it, planet Vegeta has been destroyed. All the Saiyans that were there were gone. The only one that was the survivor of the Saiyans were Raditz, Vegeta, Nappa, and Kakarot, as he's one of the few Saiyans who has survived the explosion, while his spacebot has made it to his location to what Bardock has said it. Few months has passed, as we get right into the sacred world of the Kais. Supreme Kai was sitting down there, drinking his tea with his subordinate Capito Kai, until they heard a very loud explosion coming from the east, as they saw that something has entered their planet. What was that?
My lord, please, let me go see it.
As Capito Kai goes and he makes his way towards the explosion, and once when he got there, he saw a giant crate has created on the planet, and it came from a space pod. Right next to the space pod, he heard a baby crying. As he made his way towards it and he saw that it was a baby with a tail, and he automatically knew that it was a Saiyan. As Capito Kai looked towards Kakarot and said,
"What the? What is a mortal doing inside the sacred world?
Maybe I should just finish him off." As Capito Kai began to power up a blast to finish off Kakarot, but right there and then, Supreme Kai has Kai right next to him and said, "Capito, what do you think you're doing? You're a Kai. We don't take lives. Our job is to save lives."
I'm sorry, my lord. I just didn't know what to do. He's immortal will enter our world.
He's just a baby boy. He doesn't even know who he is or where he's at. As Supreme Kai went right towards Kakarot, and since he is a Supreme Kai, he is psychic, he then put his hand on Kakarot and saw everything, how Kakarot is a Saiyan from planet Vegeta, and that their planet has been destroyed by no one other than Frieza. Supreme Kai at first didn't know what to do with Kakarot, but then he thought of an idea of having Kakarot to live with them and to make them be one of their own. Since it is a Kai's job to go around and make the universe stronger by saving mortals' life, he decided to make Goku be the one, to be the warrior to be strong enough to go and save life when they ever need it.
Are you serious, my lord?
Well, yeah, think about it, Capito. This is a Saiyan, and once when he grows up, he could be a very strong adversary of ours. He can protect this universe too. We can teach him everything all the way, and we can even go and take our revenge on Majin Buu. This Saiyan will be the one to stop him. As Supreme Kai decided to go and make Kakarot their warrior, and he began training and teaching him everything he knows. Before he did that, he then learned from the space pod that this Saiyan name is Kakarot. So he kept with that name Kakarot, and therefore, he went and spent 10 years trying to get Kakarot to know everything that he needs to know about who he is and what he has to do as a warrior. 10 years has passed as Kakarot spent his time training with a deity who is a pure-hearted man, and he was able to now sense God Ki and even tap into that very little bit, since he still is doing his training with the god for a very long time. But that's not all.
Supreme Kai got Kakarot to go and continue his training by pulling out the Z-Sword. At first, they had no idea what the Z-Sword could do, since they never saw it, but when Kakarot began to go and pull it out, he managed to yank it from its area, as he got very surprised to see that Kakarot was strong enough to do what no Kai did, and with that, he began wielding the sword. They didn't notice that by wielding the sword, Kakarot was getting a little bit stronger, but one day he managed to go and break the Z-Sword, resulting in the old Kai to come out. Upon his arrival, the old Kai was weirded out to see that no one other than a mortal was the one to set him free, as he expected for a Kai to do that, but they failed to do what no one can do. But upon looking at Kakarot, he didn't realize that Kakarot has a lot of potential within him, and so he began unleashing Kakarot's potential, and now Kakarot has unlocked his mystic power. With that, Kakarot continued to grow and train even more at a faster rate, as he spent another 10 years training and learning everything he needs to know about his heritage, where he's from, who he is, and that Kakarot has now learned a lot about being a mannered person, unlike the canon where he's very bad manners. Living with the Kai really did shape up his behavior, make him know the difference between male and female, and he also knows how to talk around deities. Kakarot has now grown into a full-fledged adult, as he continued meditating and training with the Supreme Kai and doing all of his work that he asked him to do. One day, Supreme Kai was impressed with Kakarot's progress, as he looked at him and said, "Kakarot, you really grew a lot. I'm amazed to see a Saiyan manage to learn this much just a few times." "Oh, thank you very much, Supreme Kai. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know who I am or where I would be. But because of you, I am the man I am today." "Huh? You sense that too, don't you, Kakarot?" "Someone's coming. But how? Anyway, be on your guard, Supreme Kai. He may be weak, but we have no idea who he is." As a space pod has now entered the sacred world of the Kai. Upon his arrival, Kakarot and Supreme Kai, along with Kabuto Kai, went and they made their way towards the space pod, as they saw that it was another Saiyan that has arrived to the planet, but it was no one other than Raditz. Upon his arrival, Raditz then got out of his space pod and said, "This is where the scouters say Kakarot would be. Who are you? And why did you come here?" "It's you! Kakarot! I finally found you, brother!" "Brother?" As Raditz told Kakarot who he is, and that he also told him that they are brothers, and that Kakarot needs to come with him to serve Prince Vegeta. At first, Kakarot was bothered by hearing that he is his brother, but then he refused and said, "I'll give you 5 seconds to leave this planet, or else you'll regret it." "Kakarot, you fool! You don't deserve to be called a Saiyan! Now die!" As Raditz went and he aimed a blast towards the Supreme Kai, but Kakarot came right in front of the blast. As it hit him head on, but Raditz saw the blast didn't even faze Kakarot. Kakarot then went and he shined a blast towards Raditz and killed him right there. With that, they managed to go and dispose of him, as they had no idea that his scouter was also a communicator. Vegeta and Nappa has heard everything of what happened, and now they set a course towards where Kakarot is. Kakarot, on the other hand, began meditating, as he kept training and continued meditating with the Supreme Kai, and as you know it, a year has passed. As 2 more space pods has now arrived to the Supreme Kai's world. It was no one other than Vegeta and Nappa. Upon their arrival, they have now got out of their space pod, as they saw that Kakarot was already there staring at them with Supreme Kai, while Vegeta smiled and said, "So it's you, Kakarot, huh?" "Yes, that's the one who killed Raditz! But who cares about that weakling? We have come here for you, Kakarot! What do you guys want with me? And if I were you, I would choose your words wisely, otherwise you'll end up just like your friend." "Oh, someone's so picky, huh? Anyways, we need you to come with us, Kakarot. You need to join us so we can kill Frieza and I can rule the universe. After all, I am the Prince of all Saiyan. It is your obligation to bow down towards me." "Yeah, no, I'm not interested, buddy. So leave or else you'll meet the same fate as Raditz." Nappa didn't like the way Kakarot was talking to them, and so he went and charged right towards Kakarot, trying to kill him, but Kakarot went and one-shot Nappa down, as he died right there. Vegeta saw that Kakarot was really strong, and so he went and he shined his blood wave, as he managed to go and transform into his Uzaru.
You think you're that strong, Kakarot? Now it's time for you to die, as you'll see the true power of a Saiyan!
You have no idea who you're fighting with, buddy. Let me show you. Goku has now transformed into a Super Saiyan God. Since he was able to tap into his God Ki, he was able to go to a form known as Super Saiyan God. This is the very first time anyone's ever seen a Super Saiyan God after a very long time, as Vegeta had no idea what Goku has done and said,
What? What is this? Why is he red? Am I imagining something? And I can't even feel his power. Who the hell is he?
Kakarot only used his Super Saiyan God power just to show Vegeta who he's fighting, as he came right next to Vegeta and shot a beam right towards his tail, blowing it up and allowing Vegeta to revert right back to his base. And from there, Kakarot stared at him as he went and powered up a blast and said, "It's time you put you down to rest once and for all, Prince of all Saiyan," as he aimed his blast right towards Vegeta, and Vegeta has died right there. Oh wow, Kakarot, your power is amazing! I never thought you'll be able to transform to this form! It would appear that Kakarot managed to go and tap into his God Ki and use that towards his advantage. I would say with your potential unlock, Kakarot, and using this form, you're almost at Lord Beerus' strength. Lord Beerus? Who is that? Yeah, Lord Beerus. He's actually the destroyer for this universe. Since this universe has two gods, one is those who save life, which is us Kais, and the other one is those that destroys life, which is a destroyer. And we're both linked, me and Beerus. So if one of us die, we both die together. Whoa, that is crazy.
If you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and make sure you click that bell so you'll be the first to know about any new Dragon Ball Z discussion what if I make.
Supreme Kai has told Kakarot everything he needs to know about Lord Beerus, who he is, as he also noticed that Kakarot at his Super Saiyan God power was very astonishing. He then made an idea to get an angel Whis, who is Beerus' attendant, to meet with Kakarot and ask him for help so that he can train Kakarot for a bit. Whis came as he at first was amazed to see that a Saiyan was a mortal who was living at the sacred world of the Kai, and with that, when he told Whis that Kakarot has God Ki, Whis then wanted to test out Kakarot's power, as he asked Kakarot for a light spar, and when Kakarot tried to show him his power, Whis then saw the fault that Kakarot has within him, and he decided to go and help Kakarot and train him for a bit, helping him to get even stronger. During their training, Whis then looked towards Kakarot and said, "You know, Kakarot, from how I see you fight, I have no doubt you are the one who Lord Beerus has prophesied about fighting, and because of that, he is going to come make his way towards you just to see where you stand against him. It is in his nature to fight you since he did prophesize about you." Oh, really? Well, I'll be ready for the time, whether it's now or later. I won't back down. I'll give him the challenge he wants. But thank you very much, Whis, for training me. I can feel that I have got a lot stronger. As Kakarot and Whis has now finished their training, and now they have returned right back to Supreme Kai's world, while Supreme Kai was kinda stressing out. Kakarot then asked, "What's going on, Supreme Kai?" "Kakarot, now that you're here, and I can see how strong you are, there's something you need to know. Since Lord Beerus is sleeping and there's no way to make him do the work, I'm gonna have to ask you to do his work." Okay. And what is it, Supreme Kai?" "It's Frieza. He's very dangerous. That evil tyrant's planning to go and rule the entire universe. He needs to be put down." "Okay, I'll go handle him." As Kakarot began to sense where Frieza is, and he was able to get his power level, and he saw Frieza wasn't alone. With that, Kakarot went and he attacked to Frieza. Upon his arrival, he saw that he has arrived on a planet called Planet Namek, as Frieza was trying to get the Dragon Balls. And who knows what kind of dangerous wish Frieza would have made if he was successful, but thanks to Kakarot, he has made it just a nick of time, as he went and he took out all of Frieza's men that were there, and he came stumbling across Frieza, while Frieza had no idea who Kakarot is and said, "What? What are you? And why did you attack my men?" "So you're Frieza, right? I was ordered to take you out." Before Kakarot could make a move, Frieza went and he screamed. Frieza has now transformed into his final form. "Well, whoever you are, I don't like cocky people is the reason why. I'm gonna show you just who you're fighting with. Now behold Lord Frieza's true power." "Really? You wanna see my true power? Well then, for sure I can show you it, although it will be an overkill, trust me. But if you insist, Frieza, so be it. Here's my true power. Kakarot has now transformed into a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, formerly known as Super Saiyan Blue, as this transformation was something he didn't need to use, but he wanted to show Frieza who he is fighting with, as Kakarot managed to go and transform to a Super Saiyan Blue. Well, Frieza, you think you're able to handle this transformation? If not, then come at me with everything you got. What? Are you... Before Frieza can finish his sentence, Kakarot didn't waste any time, as he came instantly right in front of Frieza and struck him right in his stomach. With that, Kakarot went and he followed him, as he did the same for about some time, not allowing Frieza to have any breathing space. Kakarot then went and took Frieza and kneed him right from his back, as he went and threw him towards the ground, and before Frieza knows it, Kakarot went and he powered up a massive blast and aimed it right towards him. As Frieza went and he tried to caught the blast, but he was too weak, as the blast went and killed him right there, and he died right there. I told you this power be an overkill. Kakarot then went and gave them the Mega and their Dragon Balls back, as Frieza's army was now disbanded by him. With that, Kakarot has now returned right back to Supreme Kai's world, as Supreme Kai was very happy to hear that he was able to take out Frieza without breaking a sweat. Supreme Kai then told Goku about meeting with the Kais that he's having, as all the Kais are getting together to meet with one another, and he invited Goku to come and see how the meeting goes. At first, Goku was kind of nervous to go and meet all the Kais, but then he was excited to hear that different Kais from different universes will be there. Supreme Kai went and told Goku, as they all went and attended the meeting. All the Kais at first was weird to see Goku there, but there was one specific Kai who got interested in meeting with Goku, and that Kai was no one other than Zamasu, the Kai from Universe 10. Upon hearing that Goku is a mortal who is technically in Kai training, and that he is soon to be a full-fledged Supreme Kai, upon hearing that, got Zamasu really interested, as he had no grudge against Goku because Goku is also going to pursue the Kai way just like him, and so they kind of bonded, you can say, for a while, as it was time for all of them to come right back to their world, and Goku said his goodbye with Zamasu, and he has now come back to Supreme Kai's world with Supreme Kai. With that, Supreme Kai then suggested Kakarot to go visit a planet called Planet Yadrin, since they have a lot of new technique that he can learn, and that he can also get stronger with his spirit control too. Kakarot took him upon his offer, as he went in Kai to Planet Yadrin, and he began training there for a few months, as he managed to go and pick up a few tricks from that planet. After getting his training done, Kakarot then came right back to Supreme Kai's world, greeting the old Kai and the Supreme Kai. Supreme Kai then told Kakarot that one day he'll need to go and be the next Kai, and that he needs to be ready for that step. With that, Kakarot then began to go and look into the crystal ball to see which planet in the universe needs his help, since his job is to go and save life. Upon checking his crystal ball, Kakarot then saw that there is one planet that desperately needed someone's help, and that planet was no one other than Planet Earth. Turns out Emperor Pilaf, an evil man, decided to go and use the Dragon Balls and use his wish once and for all, and that was world domination, as the entire world was under his control, and they all bowed towards Emperor Pilaf, as he is the ruler of Planet Earth. Kakarot didn't like someone being a ruler over someone without their will, so he decided to go and fix that situation, as he said his goodbye to Supreme Kai, and now he went and Kai-Kai'd to Planet Earth. Upon his arrival, Kakarot then saw that everyone was there, as they kept repeating themselves, "All hail Emperor Pilaf." He then got worried knowing that even the Earth Guardian Kami was taken under Pilaf's control, so he decided to go and make his way towards Kami's lookout, where the Dragon Ball were. Emperor Pilaf decided to make Kami's lookout his own lookout, as Kakarot has now arrived there, and upon his arrival, Pilaf was wondering who he is, but Kakarot made his way towards the Dragon Balls. Pilaf tried to fight him off, but he easily went and one-shot him down, and with that, he went and summoned Shenron, as he wished for everyone who is under control of Emperor Pilaf to not be in control no more. With that, Shenron granted that wish, and now everyone's spell has been erased from Pilaf, and from there, Kakarot went and he shined a blast right towards Pilaf and killed him once and for all, since he was evil and that he would do this again. Kakarot managed to save Planet Earth from Pilaf's wrath, as he'd said his goodbye to Kami, and now he went and Kai right back to Supreme Kai's world, as Supreme Kai was impressed with Kakarot's move, how he managed to go and save planet Earth. As they all begun to continue to grow and be stronger, and as you know it, another few years has passed, and yet again, new problem has arisen for our hero. As Supreme Kai looked towards Kakarot and said, "Hear me out, Kakarot. Since you're like us and Kai, you need to know something. There's one thing that hurt all of our Kai, and that is no one other than Majin Buu." "What? Majin Buu?" "Yes, he's a very dangerous and evil creature. He killed so many Supreme Kais in the past, and I got this hint that he's on planet Earth." "Well then, let's go to planet Earth. What are you waiting for, Supreme Kai?" "Leave everything to me. I'll go and handle Majin Buu. You just come and show me the way." As they went and they Kai to planet Earth, and from there they managed to locate where Majin Buu was. Once when they got there, they didn't saw that Majin Buu was already hatched from his egg, as he was busy fighting with some Earthling, while Babidi saw Supreme Kai, and he didn't like Supreme Kai since they had their beef, and from there, he went and tried to attack him. As Supreme Kai went and started to attack Babidi, but Kakarot went and made his way towards Majin Buu, because Majin Buu was fighting off Master Roshi, Krillin, and Tien, the only hero that Earth has, as he easily went and knocked him out, but from there, Kakarot has arrived right next to him, and he saw that Majin Buu was able to get stronger by absorbing people. With that, Kakarot went and he powered up his fist and aimed it towards Buu. That one strike got Buu to be separated from himself, as a Grand Kai who was also absorbed within Majin Buu, the very first Supreme Kai, he managed to come out. Since Kakarot managed to learn this technique called the Force Spirit Fission, he was able to release anyone that Buu has absorbed, as Buu has reverted right back to his Kid Buu, and from there Kakarot went and shined the blast right towards Kid Buu and killed him right there. As the Grand Supreme Kai was impressed and amazed that Kakarot was the one who saved him from this problem. And with that, Universe 7 now has 2 Supreme Kais. With that, everyone has said their thanks to Kakarot for saving them from Majin Buu's wrath, while they went and Kai right back to Supreme Kai's world, where the old Kai has seen the Grand Supreme Kai, and they begun to crack jokes with one another since they're almost the same age, but they're also surprised to see that the Grand Supreme Kai was able to come out of Majin Buu's body. Out of nowhere, Kakarot then saw a vision of someone saying, "You must survive, son. No matter what happens, you need to survive. And if I survive, I'll come and find you one day." What was that? It doesn't make sense. As all the Kais were now talking amongst each other, but little did they knew, Beerus the Destroyer has now woken from his slumber, as he called upon his attendant Whis and said, "Whis?" "Yes, my lord." "Tell me, why do I sense more than one Supreme Kai here? And also, there's someone who also has divine power. Who is he, Whis?" "Well, about that, my lord." Whis then went and explained everything to Lord Beerus about who Kakarot is, and that Kakarot is a Saiyan who arrived on Supreme Kai's world, and Supreme Kai decided to go and take him and raise him to be one of his own, and now he managed to learn all the Kai techniques and even learn God Ki. And Kakarot is the one who managed to bring 2 Supreme Kais in the world, since he used a technique called the Force Spirit Fission on Majin Buu. What? That is too much to process, Whis. Well then, this Kakarot guy, I must say he must be the warrior I have prophesied about, huh? Well then, Whis, what are you waiting for? Take me to Supreme Kai's world. I have a meeting with this Kakarot. Very well, my lord. I also have a feeling that he's waiting for you too. Well then, let's go. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and click the bell. And if you feel like this channel isn't for you later in the future, you can always unsubscribe. Kakarot has now arrived right back to his world, as the Grand Supreme Kai and the Supreme Kai were trying to get used to having more than one Supreme Kai in the universe. Since Shinkai is connected to Beerus, he still is the Supreme Kai for Universe 7, as they all begun to make plans on how they can cope with each other, while Kakarot went and he began to meditate, but from there, Supreme Kai along with Old Kai began to shake in fear, since they can sense who is coming towards their planet, and that is no one other than Beerus the Destroyer. Kakarot was now able to pick up his power and said, "Whoa, something's coming here fast. It is Beerus the Destroyer. He has now woken from his slumber. I thought we had more time. I guess he wants to see how strong you are compared to him, Kakarot." Well then let him come. I'm already ready to see how strong he is and where I stand against him. After all, I have been training with you guys and even got my potential unlocked too. And as you know it, Beerus has now arrived. As he saw everyone, and from there he looked right towards Kakarot and said, Well, well, I see a mortal named Kakarot residing on the planet with the Kais, huh? Tell me, are you a Super Saiyan God? I have prophesied about fighting with one. Lord Beerus, it's an honor meeting you. I heard so much about you. Yeah, now tell me, are you the Super Saiyan God? Well, why don't you come and fight me and find out for yourself? As Beerus and Kakarot stared at one another. And as you know it, their battle has begun. Kakarot went and he rushed right towards Beerus as he struck him, but Beerus managed to go and catch his fist and he twisted it, and with that he went and struck Kakarot back. As Kakarot smiled and said, Not bad, let's see you fight me in this. Kakarot has now transformed into his Mystic Super Saiyan God. Well, this is my Super Saiyan God power, and if it's enough for you, I'll just have to go and use more power then. Now we're talking, Saiyan. I want to see your full power. Come at me. With that, their second round has begun, as Beerus rushed right towards Kakarot, and he tried to strike him, but from there Kakarot went and punched him right in his stomach, getting Beerus to gasp for air, and from there Kakarot went and threw him towards the ground. All the Kais were impressed on watching this battle, since they were for the very first time watching a Kai in training fighting with the destroyer of the own universe. Beerus then looked towards Kakarot and said, Alright Saiyan, I must admit you're pretty impressive. Now let me go and use my full power. Beerus has now used his full power. Okay, Saiyan, let's see what he can do now. Alright then, bring it on, Beerus. As Beerus came right next to Kakarot, and from there he went and he hit him across his face. Kakarot tried to block it, but his Mystic Super Saiyan God power wasn't enough to fight Beerus at full power, as Kakarot knew that he needs to push beyond his limit if he wants to stand a chance against Beerus, while Beerus went and continued to attack him, but from there, Kakarot managed to find a separation between him and Beerus, as he used it as an opportunity and he went and screamed. Kakarot has now transformed into his Super Saiyan Blue Mystic. As Beerus was impressed, but without wasting any time, Kakarot went and rushed right towards Beerus and started to hit him as he was trying to keep up with Kakarot, but from there, Kakarot, since he did unleash his mystic power and adding to his Super Saiyan Blue, he began to go and beat the shit out of Beerus. Despite the fact that Beerus the Destroyer went and used his full power, this Kakarot, who has now been fully training with the Kais and even got all of his potential unlocked, it's able to hold its own against Beerus and even beat him, as Kakarot continued to go and attack Beerus non-stop. With that, Kakarot went and he powered up a blast and aimed it towards Beerus, as the blast came and hit Beerus head on, and when he tried to dodge it, he wasn't strong enough, getting hit by the blast directly and he passed out. Kakarot has now become the very first mortal Kai to take down their own destroyer and even beat him. That has never happened before. We have heard mortals being stronger than their own destroyer, but we never heard a Kai being stronger than their own destroyer. Beerus then woke up as he saw that Kakarot was amazing, and he went and congratulated him and shook his hand, and from there he went right back to his world. Everyone was still shocked on Kakarot being able to beat Beerus the Destroyer, while Whis offered to train Kakarot more and help him to utilize his power. Kakarot has accepted his offer, and as you know it, they have went right back to Beerus' world and they begun training. As few months has passed since Kakarot was now training with Whis, but now it was time for him to return back since his training was done. Once when he came back, he then saw that the Supreme Kai were there talking with one another, while Supreme Kai looked towards Kakarot and he walked towards him and said, "I've been watching over this planet for a very long time, Kakarot, and you have done amazing work. Ever since you came here as a little boy, I made sure to make you be the man you are today. I couldn't say I'm very proud of you, Kakarot. You're like a son I never had before. But now it's time for you to become a full-fledged Kai." As he went and gave Kakarot the Supreme Kai earring. Oh wow, thank you so much, Shinkai. I promise I won't let you down. I will not be the man I am today without your help. As of now, Kakarot, your connection with Lord Beerus has begun. You two are now linked. Now that Kakarot has now become a full-fledged Supreme Kai, his first task as a Supreme Kai was he went and Kai-Kai'd to Beerus World, where Beerus has just woken up and he learned that Kakarot is the new Supreme Kai and that they're linked. Well, it's better than having someone weaker than me being linked. I'm glad it's you who's linked with me, Kakarot. After all, you are stronger than me. Well, that's why I'm here, Lord Beerus. I need the Super Dragon Balls. With that, Beerus was shocked on Kakarot's request, but he went and gave his Super Dragon Balls to Kakarot, and from there they went and Kai-Kai'd to Universe 6, as they met up with Jumpa, Beerus' brother, and they asked him for his Super Dragon Balls. At first, he didn't want to give it to them, but when he learned that Kakarot beat Beerus and that he is stronger than him, and also he is a Supreme Kai, he did not want any part of fighting with Kakarot, so he decided to give them the Super Dragon Balls without any fuss. As Kakarot got the Super Dragon Balls, and from there he went and summoned the dragon. Well, Kakarot, what would you like to wish for? I wish for Planet Vegeta and all its Saiyans be alive again. Ever since I came here, I kept having vision of someone telling me to survive, and I'm pretty sure that was my own father. I want to see him now. As they went and made that wish, and now the Saiyans has come back, along with their planet. Just when Kakarot was about to go and celebrate and see his fellow Saiyans, he then got the news that from the Galactic Patrol officers, Moro, a evil wizard, has escaped their jail cell and he's dangerous as ever. Kakarot, without wasting any time, began to go and sense Moro's power, as he sensed that he was on planet Namek. With that, Kakarot went and he Kai-Kai'd to Namek, where he saw that Moro was trying to get the Dragon Balls, but from there, Kakarot has come right in front of him and said, "Look, I don't got much time, Moro. I need you to go and surrender yourself right back to the Galactic Patrol officers, otherwise you're gonna be in big trouble." What's a Kai doing here? I'll enjoy killing you too. Moro went and tried to attack Kakarot, but Kakarot went and he decked him across his face. Moro then went and tried to do it again, but he failed doing so, as he saw that he didn't stand a chance against Kakarot and said, "What kind of Supreme Kai are you? You are far different from any other Supreme Kai. You're actually a Saiyan. How could a Saiyan be a Supreme Kai?" That's not your concern, but now that you want to fight me, I guess it's time I put you down once and for all, Moro. With that, Kakarot went and rushed right towards Moro, as he tried to strike him, but Moro quickly went and instantly left, as he rushed right towards his man 73, because he knew he didn't stand a chance against Kakarot, and if he wants to win, he needs to be going all out. With that, Moro went and he feuds with his men, as he has now become one. Now let's see what you can do, Kai. I'll enjoy ending your life. Oh really? Are we showing each other our true power? If that's the case, then let me show you my power, Moro. Kakarot has now gone and transformed into his Master Ultra Instinct. He was able to gain his Ultra Instinct during his training with Whis and even master it, as Moro had no idea what power he was seeing, but he didn't break down, as he went and rushed right towards Kakarot and he tried to attack him, but Kakarot went and dodged him instantly. Moro then went and tried to punch him, but Kakarot went and caught his fist and twisted it, as he slapped him across his face, getting Moro to be sent flying towards the water. Once when Moro got up, he then got really angry, as he went and rushed right towards Kakarot and started to attack him recklessly, but Kakarot dodged each and every one of his attacks like if they were nothing. Moro then got desperate, as he wanted to have the upper hand, so he tried to go and absorb Kakarot's power, but from there Kakarot went and he kneed him right in the face, and without wasting any time he went and kicked him down, getting Moro to fall straight towards the ground, and from there he saw that Kakarot went and he started to beat the shit out of Moro, as Moro didn't stand a chance against Kakarot's Master Ultra Instinct power. With that, Kakarot then went and powered a blast and looked towards Moro and said, "How sad, Moro. You had a chance to live and surrender yourself, but you chose to fight and die. How are you this strong? No Kai can be this strong. I'm a Saiyan Kai. I'm not the same as other Kais. Now it's time for you to die." Kakarot went and powered up a blast and aimed it right towards Moro, as the blast hit him head on and he died right there. With that, the Namekian thanked Kakarot for his heroic effort, as they all went and used the Dragon Balls to wish back all the other Namekians that died by Moro, and from there Kakarot went right back to his own world, as he saw that Beerus and Whis and everyone else were there shocked and amazed to see that Kakarot was able to use his Master Ultra Instinct power. But Kakarot on the other hand had other plans, as he went and he kaikai'd right back to planet Vegeta. Upon his arrival, Kakarot saw that the planet was back and all the peoples were there, while Raditz, Vegeta, and Nappa were shocked to see that they were alive again, since they all share one thing in common, that is, they died by the hands of Kakarot. Kakarot has now arrived, as they all saw him and they got scared until Kakarot revealed that he was the one that brought them back. They didn't know if they should worship him or thank him, but Kakarot went right towards where Bardock and Guinea was, as he saw that they were there, and when they saw Kakarot, this was their first time seeing their son. Kakarot then looked towards him and said, "Do you guys know who I am?" "Of course! You're my Kakarot!" "I did what you asked me, father. I managed to survive, and I even brought you back. I have a lot to tell you about how my adventure went." As Guinea ran and hugged Kakarot along with Bardock, and they had a father, son, and mother moment. With that, all the Saiyans came to embrace Kakarot, as they couldn't believe just how powerful he was, and that when he told them that he is the Supreme Kai, they had no idea what the Supreme Kai was, but when he told them what they are, they were very shocked. Whis and Beerus has arrived, as King Vegeta remembered Beerus and he got very scared, but when he noticed that Kakarot is stronger than Beerus, they were all very confident that Kakarot has their back. Kakarot then told them that he'll come right back the next day to train them so they can all get stronger, as he left right back to his world. The next day has come, and he went and started training with the Saiyans, helping him to reach Super Saiyan level, while other Saiyans managed to go beyond that. Kakarot, as a Supreme Kai, continued to go and make sure his universe is safe, and he tried to increase the mortal level. When it comes to Zeno, he did hold a Tournament of Power eventually, but Universe 7 was not included inside the Tournament of Power. Because of Kakarot being a proper Supreme Kai and making all the mortals level strong, he was able to now make Universe 7 be exempt from the Tournament of Power, since they have a high mortal level. Especially the fact that Planet Vegeta is back, that is where most of the mortal level came from. With Universe 7 being exempt from the Tournament of Power, Kakarot continued living his life as a Supreme Kai, as he came right back to his world and he saw that everyone was there celebrating and eating, and they invited him to come and join him. This is Supreme Kai Kakarot, and this is what I believe what would have happened if Goku was sent to Supreme Kai's world. Thank you very much for supporting and liking this short series of What If. If you enjoy more of these short series What If, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll gladly go and make more of these type of short series for you guys. And if you haven't joined my Discord server yet, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below and join it. And if you haven't clicked the bell yet, come on my Z fans, click that bell so you'll be the first to know about any new Dragon Ball videos I make. And if you haven't subscribed to my boy Vegeta T23, please subscribe to him and support another T23 in the YouTube universe. I'm Goku T23, and as always my Z fans, have an insane day.